Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to a brand new week of Run to Your Leadership Challenges. This is the daily show that equips team leaders to lead through the challenges they face every day. So, last week, we kicked off the first week of the month by identifying what low productivity may look like and how we need to be able to identify it in order to proactively boost our team's productivity. One of the most common things that I've heard over my career about why low productivity is a factor is that it's caused by the inadequate training that everyone receives, and because training costs so much. Today, we're going to talk about how this happens, and I'm going to give you a challenge that you'll be able to work on immediately. Hey, by the way, we have a special free download for you all month long, and for all you fast action takers, you'll get an opportunity to join in on our Super September 14-day challenge that will kick off on September 7th. And the challenge is absolutely free. This is kind of going to be like a mini mastermind. If you're interested in that, visit clcteam.com/hiring question or click on the link in today's show notes. All right, as I mentioned, I often hear inadequate training leads to low productivity. Basically, the team members were not set up for success, and all the training did was take away time from work and didn't really provide much of a benefit at all. Heck, we've probably all felt this way about some of the training we've received over the years, right? Well, I know I've experienced it more times than I'd like to admit. And being that I'm a professional trainer now, there are some common factors that I always seem to see that are present when training just doesn't meet up to what the leaders thought it would be. One thing that I see very often is that team members are asking a lot of questions after the training. Like they heard a bunch of stuff during the training that was really good, but they just don't know how to apply it back at their actual job. Another big thing I see is there isn't any follow-up for the actual training. Personally, I think this is one of the biggest flaws that many companies have. I mean, the actual training may be great, and everyone seems to even enjoy it and get a lot out of it. But then a week after the training is over, everybody's back to where they were prior to learning all this stuff from training. They're back to their old ways, and they quickly seem to forget all about the training they learned. Another thing that I see often is there's no follow-up mentorship or coaching that can help continue the development of the newly trained team members. This is crucial because you want them to continually learn. Another sign is low quality work, both before and after the training has taken place. And this can lead to frustration and low productivity throughout the entire team. And it could cause leadership to think that training was just a waste of money. Other factors that exist when inadequate training exists is low confidence throughout the team, people not being able to adequately answer questions to their peers, coworkers, customers, leaders, and all these questions should have been covered during the training. Another very common cause of inadequate training is the trainer and organization just don't do the proper research prior to the training. The team members are not trained on what they actually need. Instead, they're trained on what leadership thinks they need to know, which doesn't always line up. Training can never be treated as a one-size-fits-all. In order for it to be effective, pre-training research must be done, and the training must be tweaked as needed, maybe even sometimes during the actual training. And then it needs to have good follow-up training to ensure that the training is sticking. Another huge flaw, and this might be the biggest that I see, is no leadership involvement or support. Many times the organization's leadership just doesn't see the value in the training and doesn't think the training is worth the time away from work. And this can in turn have a detrimental impact on your very best team members, your best workers. You see, they may get the feeling that leadership doesn't believe they're worth investing in. And that can lead to a dangerous situation of bad retention with your top workers, the people that you want to retain. So, as you can see, inadequate training has a huge impact on productivity and an impact on your entire workforce. Today's challenge is for you to think about what things I mentioned today that resonated with you and your organization, company, or team. If any of these issues are present within your team, they could be a major warning sign that your training is inadequate and or a cause of low productivity. Now, this challenge may not seem like it's very difficult, but the more things that you can identify that may be caused by inadequate training, the quicker you can take action to correct the training. This whole week, we're going to break down some specific actions that you can take to improve any type of training you have in place and or identify areas that may need better training. Hey, that's it for today. But I want to remind you about this free product that you can download right now that will help you increase communication, get better job placement, increase morale within your team, increase the quality of your training program, increase retention, and increase your overall productivity. To get your free download with the video that I made for you that walks you through it, visit clcteam.com/hiring question or click on the link in today's show notes. And don't forget, when you download the free tool, you'll have the opportunity to sign up for the free 14-day interactive training that will greatly increase your retention rate of your best workers. Hey, have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.